Hey guys, this is your guy Paul and welcome to Paul Vlogs. And today I want us to discuss about a certain topic. If I give you 50,000 Kenya shillings, 50,000, that's like 400. That's like 400 USD, $400. Would you keep it? Would you grow it? Or would you just lose the money? So what would you do? Now, let me show you how you can either keep this money or you grow this money. Number one, we are going to split this amount, this 50,000, I think into 4 segments, if I'm not wrong. The first thing is you need to put an emergency kit. Out of the 50,000 that you are earning or that you are receiving, you need to have something we call emergency kit. Emergency kit, let's allocate 15,000 Kenya shillings, or simply 100 or maybe $112. Let's allocate that money for emergency kit. Now, for that emergency kit, this is for scenarios whereby maybe mtoto amegojeka, you get sick, money is needed here and there, and instead of getting the money, remember we are segmenting this money. Instead of getting the money for other parts that I'm going to tell you, you at least have an emergency kit, and it is still your money. You will still invest it if the following month there were no expenses that you incurred. So, having said that, this is what I want you to do in the next amount. I want you to take like 10,000. Take 10,000 and put it somewhere in some sort of an investment. Let me not talk much about shares, but you could actually buy some shares. Like you can do in some money markets, like we have Safaricom, there is a ZD market, something retro that is gaining you some wealth. And when we talk about wealth, it doesn't have to be like you don't have to create wealth in one day. Remember, being rich and being wealthy, those are two different things. You don't create wealth in one day. So hiyo pesa ya kila siku yenye unapata daily, that is what that all matters. So what I want you to do, take like 10,000, weka hapo kwa shares, hapo penye nimekueleza. Then we take like another 15,000. This 15,000, this one I want you to do some sort of a business, some flipping business. I don't know whether you have ever tried some sort of a side hustle. Side hustle in this case is whereby you do flip. Like for example, I'll give you a very short story of my case here. Back in campus, this was like 20 years ago. This is what 20 or some around there about. This is what I used to do. There was of course there was the amount that I received. I could get maybe help, the loan, the education loan, and I would take a part of that money and I would flip mobile phones. I know flipping mobile phones in Kenya right now, it's a risky affair because it may land you in jail, especially if the phone was stolen. But this is what I used to do. In the beginning, I had a small itel phone that I had bought, I think 5,000 Kenya shillings. By then, mobile phones were very expensive. So, this is what the wise Paul used to do. I would flip that phone, get a better phone, probably add like 1,000. I would give another person with another better phone, give that person 1,000 bob, and then that phone, I would flip it now to another person, and now instead of adding the money, I would actually gain. Okay? Higher. I also used to flip the digital box. You see those decoders, TV decoders. I also used to do some small side hustles, the likes of selling movies. I would burn movies on CDs. I would put movies on flash disk. Though flash disks were not that common, but since comrades there in the campus, they had laptops, so I would I would transfer movie to their flash disk, and maybe I would charge them for CD. I used to charge 30 bob. This is where I would buy a movie, whereby I would buy a CD, an empty CD at 10 bob, and then after burning the movie, then I charge it at 30 bob, meaning I would make a profit of 20. So in a day, I would sell at least 10 to 20 CDs. That's good money for a comrade. Higher. So anyway, you can do that. Something else, there is this remaining amount. I don't know whether the remaining amount is 10,000. The remaining amount, this is what I want you to do with that amount. I want you to invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Remember, when you talk about wealth, you cannot grow wealth if you don't grow yourself. The level of your wealth is directly proportional to your levels, to your standards, to your skills. So you need to do something we call skill upscale. Yes, skills upscale. You upscale your skills. This is whereby you can learn some ideas. For example, you can learn some ideas in video editing. If, for example, like right now, you can learn some ideas in photography, videography. Like, there's a guy I follow on TikTok, and he's teaching people how to do video editing using Adobe Premiere Pro, and he is charging 2,000 per lesson, something of that sort. So if you enroll in his lessons, trust me, you're going to learn something. And with the more knowledge that you have, the more your value increases, and the more the more the wealth that you are able to create. So, having said that, I hope you have learned something. So I would still ask you this question. If I give you that 50,000, would you still keep that money, grow the money, or lose the money? Comment there in the comment section. I do read your comments, and I shall respond to them promptly.